Hi, I'm Ron Wixman, and today I'm going to make a traditional Jewish chicken soup. Chicken soup is one of the most famous dishes, and believe it or not, one of the simplest foods to make. And it's really delicious. There are two ways of doing it. I'm going to make what I call a strong or double chicken soup today. And that's basically this. If you look at the pot, I had in a bag leftover bones and other things from chicken that I made previously, not cooked, but raw. I take the bones off and I make various dishes. Then I put the bones in a plastic bag and freeze it. And eventually, when I'm going to make chicken soup, all you do is you put it in the pot with some salt, then cover it with water, bring it to a boil, and let it boil for about an hour and a simmer, not just a hard boil, but simmer. Then this is to make the double chicken soup. If you make the single chicken soup, you don't do that. You just put the chicken in, and I'll show you. Then all I do is take out the cooked chicken. Now, I don't throw this away. I will take the meat off the bones later, and you can use that for chicken salad and for a variety of other dishes. So this takes just, as I say, you simmer it for about an hour just in water, and then you put in the fresh chicken, which I'll do in just a moment. And that includes the neck, the wings, the giblets, the backbone, etc. Okay, I'm not going to skim it because I skim it when I put the other chicken in. Now, all I'm going to do, as I say, if you make a single chicken soup, just ordinary chicken soup, you didn't do this first, and all you do is put in the chicken. Here is the breast. Doesn't matter what order. Here's a piece of the back. The back, here are the legs. Here are the thighs. And as I said, the neck, the giblet. If there's a heart, you put the heart, but don't put the liver. The liver will not give great flavor. Okay, notice the water should come just to cover the chicken. That's all. Now, because I already made a basic stock before, I don't have to add water. But if I did a single chicken soup, all I do is put the chicken in with salt and water, cover the chicken, and then you bring it to a boil. And when it comes to a boil, we'll skim off the stuff that comes to the top. So now I'm going to let it cook once it comes to a boil, for about 20 minutes. Okay, at this point, the chicken has been simmering for a while, and notice there is the stuff that came to the top. Some people leave it. I don't like it. Traditionally, you take it off. Now, I don't strain the soup at the end. I just take this off, and then I'll simmer it for about an hour. And again, a slow simmer, not a boil. Now, I want to reiterate that I mentioned that there are two ways of making it. One is called double chicken soup or strong chicken soup, which is when you cook bones before that you had around in a little bit of salt water to get a stronger broth, or using leftover chicken stock that you had before. This is good enough now. Here are the vegetables that I'm going to put in later: celery, parsnip, carrot, parsley, Italian broadleaf parsley, and an onion. You can substitute a leek. Now, let me make the point that this is a parsnip, not to be confused with horseradish, which will kill you if you put it in the soup, or turnip or rutabaga or something else. This is like a white, very sweet carrot, and this is what very, very typifies a Jewish-style chicken soup, and that is you want it sweet. This, and this will make your chicken soup sweet. If you don't put them in, it's fine. It's a chicken soup. But that's what typifies my family's chicken soup. So I will now let this simmer. Don't cover it. If you cover it completely, it will get very cloudy, and you want it to be clear. So in a little while, as I said, about an hour, and I want to make this point. Some people cook the chicken and the vegetables together. My mother did. And that's fine. I just prefer doing it this way because I will use the chicken meat to make different dishes, not just strip some and put it in the soup itself. But I love making a variety of other dishes. As I said, we'll have the chicken salad, or I'll make Turkish type chicken with ground walnuts, and a variety of other things with cold chicken with different sauces. If you overcook the chicken, that other part won't have any flavor. So for my part, this is the way I do it. Now simmer this on a slow simmer for an hour. Okay, now we're ready to take the chicken out and put the vegetables in. So I will just take this off. What happened to my tongue? My tongues. So as I said, we keep the good chicken like this, good chicken meat in this part, in the thigh, in the leg, the other thigh. The back goes with the other pieces to go for shredded chicken in other dishes. This is for the good chicken meat that we put either in the soup when we put it in strips into people's individual plates, or as I will show some other time, other dishes that we can have. Okay. Let me put this on the side. Let me skim it just to see if there's any pieces of little things on the bottom. Whoop. Yes, here's the gizzard. That will go out because I hate it. Other people eat it. Okay, now we're ready for the vegetables. Here is a sprig of parsley. And what you do with it is you just put it in. An onion, peeled. Sometimes I do this just so that it releases a little bit more flavor. Now later, there are people that take out the vegetables and throw them away, just maybe to show that they're high class. But the fact is, we always ate them. I love the onion and the parsley. In fact, my brother and I would fight over it. Now, here are 2 stalks of celery. You can either cut it in half the way my mother did, which makes no difference, or you can do what I do. I kind of like them in pieces. And then you just throw them in. Then we have the carrots. Again, my mother would cut them in half this way and then in thirds or in quarters. Why, I don't know. I prefer just having nice pieces of carrot like this. And when I serve the soup, I put some in everybody's plate. As you see, this is not a difficult dish to make. And in the end, I like to chew. This is the parsnip. Remember, don't confuse it with anything else. This is a parsnip. And here, because it's bigger, I do that. Then I go like this. And then I go like this. It really doesn't matter. You just do what you like. I think part of it is I have fun cutting things up and cooking them and nibbling and eating. Again, the parsnip and the carrots will make the soup deliciously sweet. If you don't put them in, it's fine. But one thing, please don't put any herbs. Some people say, oh, I like a bay leaf. I like this. You know what? When you're making Italian chicken soup, put in the oregano and the basil and that and a piece of pork. This is the way I love it. Now, I will simmer this for a half hour and it's done. So there. Enjoy.